Hey everyone, it's February 15th, and that means that if today's your birthday, you share it with Robert Hansen, an American serial killer known as the Butcher Baker, and that is him right up there. Hansen was born in Iowa in 1939 and worked as a child in his father's bakery, earning about 45 cents a day. A shy child, he had an acne problem and a stutter, and as such wasn't popular amongst the girls at his school, and he began to resent women in general. He was a loner with few friends, preferring to spend time on his own practicing with a bow and arrow. Hansen joined the U.S. Army Reserve in 1957 and was discharged after a year, after which he worked at the police academy in Iowa training recruits. He met the woman who would become his first wife at this time, the two marrying in 1960. That same year, he burned down a school bus garage, an act that seemed to be his revenge for the difficulty he had in school when he was younger. He served 20 months in prison for the fire, where he was diagnosed with manic depression, which is now called bipolar disorder, with a penchant for seeking revenge. His wife divorced him while he was incarcerated, and once he was released, he found himself back behind bars several times for petty theft. Hansen was married again in 1963, having two children and moving with his wife to Anchorage, Alaska, and opening a bakery as a means of seeking a fresh start. But in 1971, he was back in trouble with the law after he attempted to rape a housewife and then again when he did rape a prostitute. He served 6 months and was released, which is when his crimes got even worse. Between 1971 and 1983, Hansen abducted, raped, and murdered at least 17 women. He would send his wife and children on a vacation to get the house to himself. His MO was to kidnap his victims at gunpoint, take them to his house where he chained them up and sexually assaulted them, then take them to a cabin in the remote wilderness where he would set them loose and hunt them like wild game. The chase would often last hours or even days at a time, during which the women had hopes of escape, only to face their demise by his gun and hunting knife. In 1983, a potential victim managed to escape, and police picked Hansen up based on her account of what had happened. FBI agent John Douglas, one of the inspirations of the Netflix series Mindhunter, was consulted to put together a psychological profile of the killer, and that combined with the women's accusations were enough to get a warrant. When items belonging to his victims were found in his home, Hansen confessed to 17 murders, though it is believed he killed as many as 37 women due to finding a map at his home with 37 X's marked, many of which were at places where bodies had been found. Sentenced to a term of life imprisonment plus 461 years, Hansen died in prison in 2014. He was the subject of the 2013 film Frozen Ground, in which he was played by John Cusack, and just this past October, the identity of one of his previously unidentified victims was discovered through DNA testing. If this was your birthday, I hope you had a great day. If you know somebody whose birthday it is today, send in this video so they can find out all about their birthday twin. And to Robert Hansen, I have to say, happy birthday, you bastard.